privacy, I'll keep it hush, hush. I'll stay down low for you. I like when it's just you and me, I'll keep it hush, 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 baby. I know you love your pride. Hey guys, it's Courtney
and Lex,
and welcome to another episode of The Pleasure Is All Yours.
Yeah.
We are here to discuss the sexual liberation of the Black and the queer community. We want to grow and learn and laugh with you guys and just really discover different ways to incorporate pleasure in our everyday motherfucking lives, bitch.
Yeah.
We want you to remember that the pleasure is
all yours.
It's all yours, boo.
Yeah.
So, hello. What the fuck is up, Lex?
Nothing is up. I literally have just been chilling, watching One Piece. I just had a great little bagel sandwich.
Ooh, sounds delicious.
I love bread and cream cheese together.
Can't go wrong.
It's such a great combo. How are you?
I'm okay. It seems like we're in a different spot today. So if you're watching us on YouTube, if you're listening,
in my backyard,
you might hear some buzzing and some cawing and
like
shit.
Birds.
Yeah, it's a nice day. Even though it's
yeah.
like really overcast, but it's only like 73. So, when you're in Texas, you just gotta take what you can get out here, baby.
I wish it was hot and sunny.
You wish it was hot and sunny? I would not be out here. Ain't no way. Ain't no motherfucker.
I just wish it was hot and sunny so I could be in this pool. Like,
that's true.
I've been here, like, coming home and staring at it, and it was hailing the other day out here, like Armageddon outside. Like, my roommate, some of the stuff in the garden that he's like put out there, shattered, cracked, like trees and stuff. I got all kinds of hail damage on my car. It's cute.
Oh, I didn't even look at it. Is it on just your roof? Or
it's
the
on
hood?
my roof.
Yeah.
It's on my hood. It's on my trunk. I'm not really tripping about it. Red's car got a little fucked up, and she's been like really stressed out about it. And I feel bad because like she was here, but I mean I can't control a natural disaster, so
Yeah, property damage is a tough one for sure.
Yes. Like, what the fuck is even hail? They were literally the size of, like, when you go to the mall and you get those, like, little gumballs. Mm-hmm. Imagine those falling from the fucking stratosphere onto your fucking car. It was like we were just watching them plunge into the pool and, like, all the water splashing out with it just plunging in the pool and shit. I'm, like, in here just freaking out. I'm like, my car, like...
Yeah, there's like no kind of covering.
Yeah.
It didn't make it all the way out to Irving. Like the hail part didn't. We got a little bit of the rain, but
like the ground was covered in it. Like you could see it all in the grass. Like the street, like I got a little video of it on my camera, and like the street was like, just it looked like a river. The street looked like. I was like, how is this happening? And it's been like 15 minutes.
15 minutes, yeah, and then it just stopped.
And then it just
went
stopped.
back to normal, and that was that.
Climate change, it's real. It's very real out here.
One of my friends is I always talk about them. They work like for the government and shit, and they were just talking about like some of the big concerns for the next few years about like from our like congressmen and stuff. And one of the big ones was water. He was like, girl, you really don't know how serious the situation is, especially here in Texas, because all these people are moving from California.
Yeah,
and so, like,
because they don't have fucking water.
Because they don't have water there, so then our demand is going up. And so, like, they said, like, in the next few years, they're going to have to start shipping water in to the state, like, instead of us having our own resources.
That's fucking crazy.
I was like, okay, well, I don't even know what I'm trying to do all this extra shit for when we ain't even going to have water in 10 years. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
Anyway, this is the pleasure's all yours, guys, not the doom is all yours.
I mean,
let's pivot.
Pivoting.
Okay, if you guys are familiar now, it's probably been like 2 weeks. We have a new segment called Pleasure Moments, where we both just kind of discuss something pleasurable that happened this week. And I've really been trying to think of it because I know it's going to come up. It's the same question every week. But yet here I am still like
without
stalling
a pleasure
to
moment.
think of a pleasure moment. But you can go first if you have one.
I don't really have one. I'm honestly not in a particularly great mood currently. I don't I know that there were pleasurable things that happened. The main thing I can think of is work related.
Okay.
And we just got to leave work early on Friday because we were ahead of productivity, so we had a half day.
That's fabulous.
Which was cool. And I came home and then it's just been a weekend and I'm not in the best mood, but
Okay.
here we are.
Well, why do you feel like you can't, just let me know and then we could do this another time? Like I did literally last week. Literally.
Because I don't know, I just want to get it done with. I don't want to.
Okay.
I don't want to like the world doesn't stop when I'm in a bad mood, so I'm not. I don't want to interrupt.
Yeah, but we're not the world.
I know, but I also don't like interrupting my routine.
Okay.
So it's like I don't. If I interrupt my routine, I'm literally just gonna be more irritated because then my whole week is gonna feel thrown off. So
yeah.
It's okay. It's good. We can it'll still be a good epi, bitch. We can still get the shit done, get the shit crack-a-lackin'.
What is this episode even about? Oh. Okay, got you. So, anyway,
what is your pleasure moment? You didn't even say.
I think that getting off is a very valid pleasure moment because we have to find the little pleasures in life, and that's why I wanted this to be a topic for these really bad weeks. And we're
doing an episode on getting off.
Yeah, this is true because it's still Masturbation May, you guys.
Yeah.
What was my pleasure moment?
You did? How was you did say you spent yesterday.
I would say my pleasure moment was my weekend. Mm-hmm. I, for once, spent my weekend at my apartment, just vibing. Friday night, I had a friend that I hadn't seen in a long time come over and catch up for an hour, which is perfect. And then they left, and I went to sleep, and it was so great. And I woke up the next morning feeling very refreshed when I went to work. And then I came home on Saturday night, and I wrote down a little bit of intentions for the Taurus new moon energy before it, disappeared. Mm-hmm. I did a little laundry. I did the outline, of course. That was nice. I really wish I started on that vision board, but I passed out.
Yeah.
Very early.
I don't even know how to vision board. I always joke about it because I'm I love crafting, so I'm sure it's fun, but
depends on how you want to do it. You can do it
I don't.
Okay, I'm gonna explain it to you. So there's a few different ways because you're saying you're crafty. So I'm like, okay, you can do a physical vision board, mm-hmm. or you can do a Canva vision board. And that's what I was gonna do.
Okay.
Carol has some great examples because he does vision boards all the time on there, and mm-hmm. he just kind of makes them a collage. But then he also will put screenshots of tweets that he felt embodied him, or the zodiac horoscope for the month or whatever, or it just depends. You can take pictures of things that you like, but you can also use clip art and just colors, palettes. It's interesting.
Maybe when I feel like my life gets more on track, I'll be able to focus on positive things.
Yes, of course. Which is interesting again because today's episode is called Mastur-Manifestors. We will be talking in light of Masturbation May.
Love it.
About how to use masturbation as a technique to make your dreams come true. And while I and Lex here are no experts on this topic, mm-hmm. I have done, I found a really great resource from Unbothered Refinery 29, which is their Black and Latinx column.
Oh, I didn't even know that they had that shit split up like that.
Mm-hmm. It's called Unbothered. So they have separate Instagram and everything too.
Okay.
Unbothered. Okay. They're great. They're cute. They always have Black femme writers on their team. So I was so happy that I found a specific one for us and our audience. Anyway, so this article was written by Courtney Pope. She's the writer, and then she interviews spiritualist Amber the Conduit. So a lot of this information is coming from Amber. I also did a little random research where I'm trying to fill in the gaps. So I'd like to give a disclaimer that this episode is for the rock collectors. It's the girls that write in their journals. It's the sun sluts that spread their coochies to the sky and read horoscopes every morning. The bitches that understand moon cycles and angel numbers. You get me? So if you're not that bitch, listen and enjoy. You don't have to take it seriously. But I do believe in the power of manifestation, the power of the tongue, even though I be talking down on myself.
Prayer and manifestation, I feel are very similar.
They're the same, yeah. And that's the first thing I talk about. What does manifesting really mean? The general definition is what is or was theoretical made real. So spiritually, we can look at it like what we dedicate our thoughts to becoming our reality. And as Black people, we all have experiences with our elders speaking life into us, like via prayer, or like how they would get mad at you. I don't know if your grandma ever got mad at you for saying words like never or hate. Like they just, my grandma would be like, you don't hate anything. Never, don't ever say never.
My auntie was like that. Hate was a word we could not use in her
Exactly.
in her house.
And you know, there's just power in the tongue. So saying you
Yeah.
hate things all the time is just putting all this negativity out there. They like to say that manifesting and all that stuff is witchcraft, but girl, you pray to the sky.
And listen, we talking about witchcraft. You literally go to a church and eat bread that's supposed to be like of the Lord. You drink wine that's supposed to be his blood.
Rituals every Sunday.
This nigga died and came back 3 days later, and y'all are like, this is normal, but I want to make an altar for my ancestors and put different little things that is calling to me to give to them, and I'm the weirdo? Babe, you literally, like, they're still missionaries. You literally still go to countries and are like, hey, this is the way. No,
we're all doing the same thing. So
Yeah.
in all, like I said, take what you want, leave the rest, whatever. But all of these are just examples of how strongly, like, we as a culture believe that our thoughts and expressions hold power and can create or destroy us, which is like a lot to think about, especially when you are like a chronic overthinker, you know, like then you get into these like rabbit holes of just like negative thoughts and like saying negative things, and like then you get nervous that you're just putting all this negativity out. I don't know, that's how I feel. I just like freak myself out. I'm like, shut the fuck up, shut up. But it's hard to make your brain shut up.
I think like it's easy. Oh, okay. I think it's easy to like stress yourself out over like what's possible, like your brain going and giving you those like intrusive things where it's like, hey, LOL, this is probably gonna happen to you. Like, I feel like sometimes, I know like that's an issue for some people too, because they're like, well, if my thoughts are my reality, then I'm thinking this, and I'm like, you're stressing yourself out because an intrusive thought isn't even a thought you can control. I feel like they mostly mean that for thoughts you can control. You can't control a thought being like, I hate work. You can't, like, you can stop it before it goes somewhere, but like something just popping in your head is sort of out of your control.
That's true.
So like, don't stress yourself out over your brain doing what your brain's supposed to be doing.
What it's doing.
Yeah.
What it's gonna do.
Yeah.
So manifesting can include anything like prayer, writing, the use of candles and symbols, meditating, and apparently masturbating.
Love it.
It's whatever you can do to harness your own energy, your own creative energy, and tapping into the natural flow of the universe and like sending out the right vibrations to attract, because like attracts like, right? So when you're saying I'm successful, all that success hears that and it's like, oh shit, she calling me. Let me slide on over to her.
Not the breakdance, bitch.
You know, I just feel like energy is just like, you know, like constantly like,
shit.
Like,
Shit.
like what's that?
I was thinking Hammer Time.
Okay, like,
yeah, you know, when he does the thing and he's like shuffling.
whenever I think of viruses in my head, I think that's what they dance like viruses.
That's not Hammer Time.
I'm doing the thing with my legs.
Oh, you were doing this.
You know, no, like I'm just doing the shoulders.
Okay,
like, but then my legs are like.
Okay, I got you.
It's hard.
It's hard when you're sitting down to do the MC Hammer. I get it.
Okay. Where was I? Oh, tapping into the natural flow of the universe. Okay. And then essentially with intention, anything in life can be a ritual or an opportunity to manifest your dreams to reality. Like going to church or just sitting in the pool and relaxing, meditating, or doing your skincare. You're manifesting clear skin. You're manifesting a healthy integumentary system. I really hope that's what it's called.
I was like, that's an interesting word.
It's a word. So, y'all tell me if it's a word. Integumentary system?
Bitch, I'm not a thesaurus. We have learned.
Okay.
Multiple
it is what
times.
It is. Somebody let me know. Okay. So the type of manifesting that we'll be discussing today can be referred to as, these dolls is going to have to shut it down.
Yeah.
Okay. I might take a second.
Okay.
So the type of manifesting that we'll be discussing today is referred to as sex magic, harnessing your sexual energy through the orgasm to mindfully and intentionally manifest a personal desire, a vision, or a goal. So to start, it's important to ground and connect with yourself before deciding to just like jump right into manifesting and masturbating. So you really want to like maybe take a shower or like just do something where you're connecting with your body and you're listening to how you feel that day and like stuff like that. Our bodies communicate with us all the time, like when we're hungry or when we're sleepy or when we need a hug. So it's just our jobs to interpret those signs and then get that need met. So similar to this, masturbation and manifestation requires us to connect with our spirit and our sensuality. So what kind of attention would our spirit need? Like, how am I feeling today? Do I feel like I need to be manifesting like a vision or a goal?
And when you ask yourself how you're feeling, you have to like ask yourself how you're feeling, not in how like when your friends ask you how you're feeling and you're like, oh, I'm good, bitch. No. You like, actually, how are you feeling? Like, for real. Yeah.
It helps to have like maybe some, like I have a journal and it has like a bunch of moods written down and you just kind of pick from those moods, and then it also has like what those moods actually could be, you know, like instead of just angry, you're frustrated. Instead of just sad, you're confused or like lonely or something. Like it kind of gives you like a guide to say exactly how you feel. So
too many choices.
It's not, because you're putting like, okay, it's like a chart. So you're going down the first list and you say, I'm happy, and then you go to the next one because that's very broad, and you're like, okay, if I'm happy, am I joyful? Am I excited? Am I energetic? I don't know. It just helps you like determine. Happy is not a good example. I should be angry again, but like, you know, am I frustrated? Am I sad? Am I lonely? I don't fucking know, bitch.
I got you. I hear
Google
you.
it. Okay, that's what I had to do.
Do you know what it's called? Do you know what the...
Yeah, I can post my little journal.
Yeah.
I do not use it very much anymore. But when I did, it was really helping.
Okay, wait, now I heard what you said. I was like, wait, what'd you say? But then context clues. I got it.
Don't use that hoe as much anymore. But when I was really like in tune with my emotions. But anyway, like you were saying, you got to really ask yourself and be honest with yourself about how you're feeling and why you're feeling that way, especially if it's a negative feeling, because you have to address that feeling before you can get to a neutral spot in order to manifest what you want.
What Dr. Melva Green said, you got to feel it to heal it. Yeah.
Her mind.
Beautiful and smart. Yeah.
Should I watch Hoarders later?
I literally was thinking the same thing. I want to watch Hoarders. I was literally thinking the same exact thing. Like, seriously.
So yeah, it's our job to interpret what our bodies need and get that need met before we try to ask the universe for anything else, because the universe is like, baby, how can I trust you with this big gift that you're asking for if you can't
don't even
take
know what
care
you
of
need,
yourself?
bitch.
Yeah, if you can't even figure out what you need.
You don't even know what you need. You think you need this, and I'm sending you all the signs to tell you that you need this, and you're not even listening to me.
And that's actually, I think, my biggest problem manifesting is like I'm constantly like, I don't actually know. I don't know. I can't make a decision. I can't like commit to anything, like, because I feel like there's just too many options. And so the universe is like, I'm ready, but like I don't know where to shoot, bitch. Like, you gotta get your shit together. And I realized that. So let me take a step back and try to get my shit together.
Yes, I've said before in other episodes that it's always good to have a moment, like slow down. And I know that's something you always say that you struggle with a lot.
But that's why this weekend felt so good, because I really did feel like I slowed down. I spent 2 nights in my bed where I didn't have to do anything crazy in the morning, and I still
the fans bird's nest over there.
Oh my god, let's wrap this shit up, y'all. It's about to be a short ass motherfucking episode, bitch.
She don't like the wasp, but I will say that I have been out here for days and days and days, sitting in this exact spot right here, and it's a fly. And no, I have not been like, fuck, the wasp don't fuck with me here. I've been sitting here all weekend reading a book.
Are you gonna get them for me? Oh god,
Courtney.
Oh god. Oh
It's
god.
a fly.
No, that one was a wasp. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay.
I'll shield you. Don't worry. Remember that one time we were going for a walk in a garden and a wasp flew at you and I smacked it out of the air with my own hand? You remember when that happened?
Bad bitch material. Because who would do that? That's what you were doing at your party too. When everybody
Oh, yeah.
everybody was in the pool like huddled together, and there was just wasps that kept like bobbing in, and Lex was like, "Bop! I got it! Bop!" Like a fucking volleyball. It was dope.
Bad bitches don't like wasps.
Bad bitches hate wasps. That is my number one fucking fear. Like, I don't care. Plane crashes. It is what it is.
She
bitch.
said, "Fuck."
I don't fuck
A wasp?
bear attack. Bitch, I'm not really scared of that. Wasps?
If you see me arguing with a bear, help the bear.
Help the bear. You see me arguing with a wasp, just save me, please.
Yeah.
Okay. Somewhere in this outline is where we are. Yeah, so masturbation manifestation.
Masturbation manifestation.
Thank you.
There we go.
Masturbation manifestation requires us to tap into our sensual, sexual energy. Pope, this is the writer, she suggested that we tap into our sacral chakra, which rules.
Which one is that?
Our sacral
What
chakra.
color is it?
It's
orange.
orange.
It's in your cooler.
Yeah, it's in your not your root. I think that's red, and then the sacral chakra I think is orange, and that's what harnesses your creativity, your sexuality. That's why it's like associated with our hips and our genitals, and also creation. Because where do we create? From the womb.
Yeah.
So why wouldn't we be able to create our wildest dreams from the vagina?
Especially with a cervix. Yo, that's basically a cauldron. Come on.
You are not fucking lying, dude. You put the shit in, and you get the shit out. That's dope as fuck.
The way you looked at me was great. She said, "Bitch, you are on to something."
Yes, I love
the coochie cauldron.
I
Oh
love
my
how
God.
everything connects to like coochie. Do you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? Like that is really the center.
Flowers,
of the
fruit. The way men do literally anything for a drop of it.
Seashells. Like everything looks like a coochie because the world runs on coochie.
Hey, America runs on what?
Coochie.
Yeah.
So the same energy that brings life into this world can also bring life into our projects, ideas, and visions. Now, I want to talk about how to get started with this because I mean we could talk all about it, but if we don't know the steps to get there, bitch.
Because I don't know the steps to get there.
Okay,
I just be playing with my coochie, you know.
And you know what?
Real casual.
If that's what works for you, then that's what works for you. You know, that don't work for me. Okay, so how to get started? After connecting with yourself and your spirit, the next step is to set your intentions. So this doesn't have to be like a new partner or more money, although these are great too. You can also manifest mindsets like more discipline, happiness, courage. Amber the Conduit suggests taking time to think about what you want to use this sensual energy to call in. You can journal, write a phrase, and place it under your pillow. Meditate on the word or image that relates to your intention. So I guess if it was success, maybe doing what you love to do. Maybe being someone handing you money for doing something that you love to do. If that's sucking dick and you want to manifest sucking more dick for money, then picture you sucking a dick and then somebody handing you some money.
Hey, and we're here to support you.
I want you to do that, bitch. I've done this.
Get the money.
No.
This is new info for me.
No, let me rewind. That's not true. Moving on. So then after you do all that, after you set your intention, after you journal, after you meditate on the word for a minute and really focus on what you need, then as you pleasure yourself, think about the following. How will you feel once this thing is in your life? What will your life look like? What positive changes will you experience after this thing that you're manifesting has come into your life?
If you're manifesting courage, then maybe what that looks like to you is setting more boundaries or being more open with how you feel, expressing what you need without feeling guilty. I feel like that takes courage.
That's a great example. Thank you, Lex.
Of course.
And then Amber says to think about your orgasm as pressing the send button into the universe, which I loved.
Ooh, this is very per my last email.
Yes, bitch. Did you not get my last? That was a good one. So pressing the send button on all those thoughts and intentional energy. And then once you orgasm, your body sends that signal out to the universe saying you're ready. So you really want to think. And I wanted to talk about like things to also be aware of before you get into this. On top of being connected with your body, you have to be hyper aware of your thoughts. So we all have very limiting beliefs that we just get up and work through every day, whether that's like being a black person, feeling like you're not valued in your job, feeling like you're not valued in your marriage or your family, feeling like you're not financially stable. All those things are limiting beliefs. So our subconscious mind is programmed with the stories that we tell it and the truths that we believe. So before you want to manifest, you, like we kind of talked about earlier, you want to like get yourself to at least a neutral state and be in that energy, because if you're in a state of lack, it's just hard to attract anything but lack. And that again is such a challenge for me, is to like not be like I'm a broke bitch, because I'm not gonna be anything but a broke bitch if I never think that I'm anything but a broke bitch. You know,
I just stopped saying it, and it's not so much as I think it. I don't know. That's a good one, but I definitely don't say it as much. But like, I guess I'll tell myself I'm like, I'm just a bitch with insufficient funds.
It's not insufficient funds, bitch.
I got insufficient funds. That's it. I want to go do this thing. I can't right now because my funds are insufficient.
Insufficient for this.
It's not that they're not there. They're not coming. They're just insufficient at this moment.
At this moment.
Yeah.
That's beautiful. Yeah. That's a neutral. You can back to that?
That's
like,
a neutral.
I think I'm not
That
she says like it's about accepting where you're at and meeting yourself there, instead of manifesting for the person you want to become. Manifest from where you are now.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Love it. I try to adapt that thing, that a lot of people say, where they're like when you want to create new habits and everything, and you're like, don't think about how you right now feels, think about how you tomorrow is going to feel if you don't take care of that. And like, I try to adapt to that, but like, fuck that bitch tomorrow.
Yeah.
What if I don't even meet that bitch?
Yeah. Literally.
I don't, like, what? Glorilla said what did Glorilla say? She said she might be rich as fuck tomorrow, bitch. I might not wake up tomorrow, okay?
So live in the moment.
Exactly.
Damn, you've been really saying a lot of shit right now. Maybe it's your mindset, but it's working.
Hey, yeah, maybe it's just because I'm feeling very depressy today.
Depressing, messy.
Yeah, literally my whole blah blah. It's awful. It's awful. I did finish 2 books this weekend, though. Hey, that's another pleasure moment. I did read 2 books this week.
That's a lot of books. That's 2 more than I've read in a week.
I started a 3rd one today.
Wow, I love that. And is it escapism for you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Heavily.
That should be definitely a pleasure moment. That's amazing. Edit. Okay, your thoughts, the words you speak, and your actions must all be in alignment and working together. So if you don't truly believe in the things that you're trying to manifest, you're working against the magic. And I put an example down of me manifesting since like the beginning of the year. No matter, I didn't know how it was gonna happen, but I was like, I'm manifesting a $3,500 check every 2 weeks, for whatever my next job, $3,500. And like, I was like, I'm really comfortable with this. I'm just going to continue to manifest it. But then as time went on and I didn't get like anything around that, I just started to think like, how am I really going to do that? How much is this an hour? What's my salary? What kind of job? Like, is this 2 jobs? What kind of benefits? How is this going to happen with what's in my life right now? And I think that took away a lot of the magic. Like the universe is like, you don't trust me, bitch.
Yeah.
Where's the loyalty?
These hoes ain't loyal.
They ain't. Fuck Chris Brown too.
Yeah.
Is that him?
Oh, is that him?
Kitty?
I thought that was Stray's songs. But fuck him too.
Honestly, fuck him too. You can't expect the universe to just magically create something without being willing to meet it halfway. So with that, I would say put in the work, bitch. Just apply for the jobs. Maybe I needed to apply for more jobs with a salary in that range.
Start lying on your resume.
Start lying on my fucking resume, because there's a way. The universe is like, bitch, it doesn't have to be legal. Just try
legally
it out.
or illegally, you can get that $3,500
We can get
check
this
every
money,
week.
bitch.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm working on it.
I want you to manifest that for one job. I don't want you to have to, because, ew, I know, every time you're like, I could do this and I could have, I'm like, a single source of income. I feel like it's possible because you're you and you're amazing.
Thank you so much. I'm working on
my
limiting beliefs.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of the things that not like all the most prominent ones, but I feel like a lot of things eventually always happen for you, like things that you say things, and I think that is your Scorpio, all your Scorpio, but I feel like you speak a lot of things and then it usually happens one way or another.
You're right.
It just sometimes it be taking a long time.
Long time, bitch.
Yeah.
I'm tired. Give me the shit. I wrote down like a Courtney experience because I attempted to do this last night. I say attempted because this is where I had trouble. In the article, it tells you that you need to focus on the images, focus on the word, focus on what your life is going to be like, focus on those things. But bitch, what's focusing on getting my pussy juicy enough to orgasm? So I'm like, I'm not about to watch porn. That's such a low vibrational.
I did like the one where you said take the word and put it underneath your pillow.
Yeah.
I feel like that's good. Or even right at your lower back, like as
in your sacral area.
Exactly. Like just put her right there, you know, and then just go on about your day. Just away, girl.
Okay.
Yeah.
I will say what I manifested because it's not really like, it's not anything personal. I manifested better communication skills and more courage. And so I put those crystals that relate to that onto my loins.
Okay.
So
you gotta stay in that position.
Well, you know, I feel like I don't move around too much when I masturbate.
Okay.
So for me, that isn't a bad thing. But I guess if you masturbate on your stomach or on your side, or you be moving around like Lex be throwing the legs in the air,
I will put a leg in
pussy
the air,
popping it down, then that's not gonna work.
Yeah.
But
I just want to be comfy.
Yeah. But for me, I be laying there like just like this. So yeah, I put the crystals. Bless you. Bless you.
Oh my god.
One more. Bless you.
Oh, thanks.
I put the crystals on my loin. And I didn't want to watch porn because it's just so like low vibrational. So I was just trying to think of all these things at one time, and after a while I was like, my pussy's not wet. I don't know. I'm gonna have to like what do you call it when you the fluffer? I need a fluffer. Like I need somebody to get me wet and horny and almost there. And then as I'm finishing myself, I'll go ahead and do it. But I will say this: I've done it with a partner before, and it was just kind of like a vibration situation. So they weren't in my energy, they weren't in my space, they weren't in like my being. And I didn't know all of this stuff, so like it felt different. But I have like imagined things at the point of orgasm, and I feel like those are really powerful. I can feel like the jolt in my body, but doing it by myself, or also like I couldn't imagine doing this with somebody like fucking the shit out of you. Yeah, no matter who it was. I just feel like that's a lot of energy.
I don't know. I still want to have like a manifestation session that is like sexual. I want to, but like also like focus. Yeah, I'm not good at focusing. You put coochie in front of me, babe.
I'm focused on the coochie.
I'm focused.
What are you manifesting?
What are you manifesting?
Let's work on you.
Maybe we should exchange manifestations, and then while we give each other orgasms, we can like. It's okay. I know. It's not. It's not coming.
Yo. I think my suggestion would be to find a fluffer or fluff yourself, and then when you get to the point where you're almost orgasming, then like really think about those images.
Would work better.
Yeah. Because can you imagine like, I don't know. It wasn't working.
I don't know. I guess maybe you could like, I don't know. Some people, probably a Leo. Some people like probably can envision themselves doing something, and that makes them so horny because they see themselves and they're like, oh fuck yeah, that's all me, that's me. So I feel like
definitely Leo vibes.
I feel like a Leo would do some shit like that. Absolutely. I'm not dogging.
Nothing to dog about.
That just seems like some Leo shit to do.
So now I've got questions for the girls.
Yeah.
Lex, are you a metaphysical, spiritual girly? Like, would you put that label on yourself?
I feel like I could probably put spiritual. I think like every time, I don't know. I think like I always trust that that everything will happen as it should. Always. But my main thing is I lack patience. And also I like to be in control of things too much. So that makes it really hard for me to like truly fall back and trust what's happening. And also, like, I have like my own crystals and everything like that, but I personally think I have so many just thoughts and stressors in my brain that it makes it really, really extremely hard for me to sit and be like, okay, these are my crystals. Like, even when I was journaling like all the time, like damn near 3 times a day for like a good 2 or 3 months. And I just had it just takes one day for me to just feel so fucking awful that I don't want to do it. And it's like the whole chain is broken at that point. And so it just is always really hard for me to start back over, or get like on steady ground with my metaphysical things. But like when it comes to like our friend who reads tarot and everything, like just coming to being around them sometimes is really nice, because you know they are already Pisces, already spiritual with their own, they know so much shit about crystals and energies and everything like that. So like being around them and talking to them is always like really grounding to me, and like I feel like it sort of like resets my brain, like yeah, this shit does make sense. But I think like on a real human, like real bitch shit, I just my life is kicking my ass. And I, as optimistic as I am, there are just times where that shit does not work for me. And I have faith that everything will work out. But in this moment, I am in the fucking dumps. And I don't want to fucking sit with my crystals. And I don't want to do all my full moon and new moon things. I don't want to do any of that. I don't care to do any of that, because, like, whatever the universe has for me right now is kicking my ass. So I'm gonna just let her kick my ass until she's done, because like it just doesn't really seem like there's much I can do. And I'm not like conceding to misfortune or anything like that, because I feel like I'm a very lucky and very blessed individual. But like sometimes it's just not, like, I don't know, just sometimes I feel like having too much faith, for me at least, having too much faith is a big downfall for me, because I get really caught up in like, oh yeah, this is for me and this is gonna be fine, and then like it isn't, and it like fucking tears me up. And now I'm like, okay, well maybe I need to pivot. Okay, well how the fuck do I do that, and what do I need to do that, and like all these other things. So it stresses me out more when I put too much faith in something that I just is if it's meant for me, it's gonna come for me anyway. And like the manifestation is, even if it's subconscious, is there. So like if it's meant for me, I'm gonna get it. And I don't see the point, like, I don't know, I stress myself out trying to manifest too much, because so many times I feel like I have manifested things, and you know, we were saying, like, it might not have been meant for me at this moment, but it's still like one of those things where it's like so many things are going wrong in my life, and I just want this one thing or these few things, this very simple thing. And the universe is like, fuck you, no. And I don't, like, that's really hard to, like, accept. So I just don't be trying to get too deep, because, yeah, I'll be real.
Telling you to pivot.
Yeah, and I, like,
bitch, you'll pivot where,
how
bitch?
many times can I pivot?
Pivot?
How many times can I pivot?
The whites are gonna love that.
Oh, they will love that.
We don't have any white listeners. If you are a white listener, please DM me, so babe, because I want to know.
Because I definitely know we have white listeners.
Are they the friends from your hometown? This is no motherfucking shade.
That was shady as fuck.
Because it sounded shady, but it wasn't. I'm literally just being like, because I know that there are a few people especially from your hometown, that are like,
no, they hear me talk. They've seen clips and stuff, and you know, they're all very supportive, and they'll share the posts and everything, and they're like, oh my God, I'm so proud of you and all that shit. But them niggas are not listening.
Okay.
And I know they're not listening because they're afraid. And that's okay.
Afraid of the truth?
You can't handle the truth.
And they can't. Let's get Ray out here on the mic. See what he has to say about slavery.
I want to let you know, I like to make a lot of racial jokes to my very white roommates. And I think it's really funny because I have them such on edge that everything they say is possibly racist. And so I'm sitting on the couch in my bonnet, and Ray comes up to me and he goes, hey, I have a racist question to ask you. And I was like,
good start.
I literally paused the TV and I was like, what's up? And he was like, you know, Courtney came over and Red came over, and you know, you have one. Why do you guys wear those things on your heads?
The bonnet.
He's talking about fucking bonnet.
Good question, right?
Who said, somebody was like, a little microaggression-y, and I was like, he genuinely, like, when I tell you Ray just thinks that people are not racist, he just thinks that everybody's like good, you know.
Good
so
intentioned.
so when I talk about my experience as a black person, he's like, no, and I'm like, yeah, literally,
no idea,
literally, and I'm like, yeah, and he's like, no, and I'm like, yeah, it is like that, and I was like, and you can't tell me it's not like that because you're not fucking black, and if you tell me it's not like that, you're racist.
we're gonna have a problem.
Yeah.
I love that. I love that you can mess with him.
It's so funny. It's so funny. It's like when they were like, have fun in New York. And I was like, yeah, I hope I don't get police brutality as like a joke.
They don't know. They're like,
They got so quiet. They got so quiet. They were like, no, that's not what I meant. And I was like,
why would that be what you meant?
I'm like, I'm only fucking with you, man.
Yeah, you gotta like, no.
Yeah,
they must be thinking in the back of their head. And that's why they're so like, oh, that's not what I meant. Because it's exactly what they meant.
I just think it's so funny. I like fucking with them. It's fun.
I don't know how we started talking about white people, but every episode. Okay, have you ever tried sex magic at all? Like with anybody, or maybe by yourself in a different situation, or?
No, there's some forms of magic I'm really scared of.
Mm-hmm.
And I've seen a lot of witchy shows to know that like sex magic is like
one of the most powerful.
One of the most powerful. So, you know,
very binding.
Very binding. Very binding. Yeah, that's why I'm thinking about me and one of my friends hooking up, and then afterwards us being like, that was really powerful. We should have manifested something. And I'm like, you know, we really should have, because listen,
the energy in
everything
the room.
shifted. Shit shifted. Yeah. Definitely should have.
So you heard it here first that it fucking works.
Yeah.
Try it out, okay?
Yeah.
And then my last question for you is, what are you, well, maybe I won't ask this question, but it's, what are you manifesting for yourself right now, if anything, you know?
I'm not really focused too much on manifesting anything specifically besides stability. Just, I want to let go of, like, my jealous tendencies. I just, not even, like, it's not even jealous, actually. Actually, I have not been having an issue with jealousy lately. I think I've been having an issue more so with like, accepting things that can't be the way I want them. Like, I have to accept things as they are, and I think that's really like something I'm like working through, I guess.
Mm-hmm. I had a really big quote that I really just copied and pasted on my outline because it was so good, and I just want to make sure I got it all.
Yeah.
So the question that the writer Courtney asked to Amber, the conduit, she said, what does doing the work to align your spirit and your sensuality look like? What does doing the work to align your spirit and your sensuality look like? Mm-hmm. So Amber said, the foundational practice is believing in your own power and being comfortable with who you are exactly where you are right now. A lot of us make plans and set intentions for the person who we want to become rather than who we are in this moment. And we miss out on the magic of seeing that the power has always been in you. When you are able to honor yourself, especially your body, for who it is in the now, you're able to connect with yourself on a deeper level and cultivate self-adoration. When you admire yourself is when you feel the most sensual and you believe that you are deserving of pleasure without conditions. And I mean, that shit.
That's really what we be, bitch.
That's why I was like, I have to say this whole thing.
That's
it's like
the whole
so
thing that we literally tell you bitches every single week. No matter what it is, if it is sex, if it is your mental health, your relationships, like state of mind, whatever, like it's still in some way or another encompasses in the pleasure you experience in life. And not even just like sexual pleasure, just the pleasure is all yours, as in the definition of pleasure, as in feeling good, having
enjoying
things.
your life.
Yes, exactly. I mean, we mean by sex mostly, but like also just when we, especially when we're talking about mental health and things like that, like those are all things that will tie into your sexual self. But at the end of the day, feeling pleasurable and feeling pleasure throughout your day, throughout your life, is what's gonna turn into the sexual, sensual energy. Because like, bitch, where my shit at right now? But you know, main thing is, the main reason why Court and Lex are here doing this every single day, every single week, like planning so much of even our own future around spreading pleasure throughout everywhere is literally because it ties into so many things within your mindset, how you are on your day to day. Like I have been saying, like, sex is not high on my list right now because I'm not there. Like, I'm not there. I have so much shit on my plate, so many things to be stressed about, like so much shit I'm taking care of on top of, like, there's just so much shit on my plate right now. So I'm not there. There's very few moments for me to pull pleasure from. So I'm not, that is contributing to me not feeling sexual, me not feeling horny. That's also contributing to my lack of confidence in myself and like body image and things like that, because I don't feel like everything, like the things I'm doing are as beneficial as I want them to be. They're not where I want them to be. So it's hard. And that's okay. But like, that's why we do, that's the whole point of us sharing.
Like,
and
you're still deserving of
yes,
pleasure,
you're still
and
deserving
without conditions.
Without the pleasure. And I know that. At the end of the day, I know that. Even if I go a whole week and I don't have a pleasure moment, even if I'm feeling like the shittiest of shitty, I still know I'm going to go home and make my favorite meal, because that's going to be something that's going to bring me pleasure. It's going to give me some serotonin. It's going to do something for my being to make me, remind me things are good and you do have good things, even if it is a good hot meal, you know? So we talk about sex, we talk about mental health, we talk about relationships, all of that shit, because again, it all ties to your general pleasure as a person. So,
Absolutely,
yeah.
bitch. Well, you heard it here first. If you didn't know why we do this shit, now you know, because Lex is just, they're a poet with their words. You know what I'm saying? If you enjoyed this episode, please subscribe, like, all that jazz. You can follow us anywhere on TikTok, Instagram, Twitter. We'll post the usernames. I think it's all your pleasures _ for Instagram,
Yes.
TikTok, and Facebook. And then what is the Twitter?
The Twitter, bitch. We don't post there.
Yeah, we just post our episodes.
And you know, like, I feel like posting on Twitter as a business is so like ew.
Yeah.
Because like, think of the businesses that you follow or you
Ew.
retweet. Yeah, right. It's giving very ew, and most of them don't really like start using their Twitter until they start getting movement.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know.
So yeah, you can follow us on Twitter. I'll find the link and I'll post it if you guys care.
Yeah.
But yes, thanks for rocking with us. Whether you're listening to this Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, bitch. We love you and have a great week. Bye.
Bye.
Hush, hush, baby.